When doing any self-defense technique, effectiveness and reaction time are the most important things to have. Please remember, these are a default set of self-defense. You could change them for your body type or techniques that feel more comfortable for you. The techniques covered in this video are basic lockups. We have our armbar, modified armbar, wrist lock, and Kimura. There are many different locks you guys can apply when doing self-defense. These are just some of the ones we use in our default defenses. To start off, we're going to start off with our regular armbar. So our partner is going to start in chumbi position. We're going to get the grab on the hand with the cross side. So we're going to take our hand, turn our hand in so that our thumb is facing in towards us and our fingers are also facing in. We're going to take that thumb and we're going to grab around our partner's hand where the finger and the thumb are. Thumb goes around. My fingers are going to wrap around the other side of the hand. And I'm going to turn my opponent's hand palm up and fingers up. So again, we're reaching over, getting control, and putting on the wrist lock. From here, my arm's going to go behind my partner's tricep tendon. I'm going to step in nice and close. I'm going to apply pressure down with my whole body, not just my arm, and I'm going to keep his wrist still, maybe apply a little more pressure with the wrist lock. So we're here, and we're down with the arm bar. Make sure you guys aren't missing the tricep tendon. We're going to go right behind where the elbow bends for this technique. We're going to apply pressure. We're going to keep our body in nice and close. Also, make sure that your feet aren't switched. So if I'm applying arm bar with left, my left leg is in front. The modified version is more of a two hands on the wrist technique. So we're going to grab our partner's wrist, turn their hand up, and basically put our hands together like this. Grab and turn. After we get this 2-on-1 grip, we're going to step with that same side. I'm going to bring my left elbow over top of my partner's arm. Now from here, I have my armpit and my body over top of my partner's tricep tendon, where his arm's going to bend. So from here, I'm going to bend my knees, apply some body pressure down on the elbow while pulling up with the arm. This one works really well in our hair grab defense. Next technique is called our wrist lock. For the wrist lock, we're going to take the same approach as the arm bar, turning the hand. We have our thumb going down or in and our fingers facing in. But instead of reaching across for the hand, like we did for the arm bar, we're going to reach to the same side. So I'm going to take my hand, turn my thumb in and my fingers in. I'm going to grab my partner's hand, not the wrist. I'm going to place my thumb right on the back of my partner's hand, and I'm going to grab right around the thumb side. So my thumb goes on the back of the hand, fingers wrap around the thumb side, and I'm going to turn. Now I don't want to grab the wrist because then I'm going to apply somewhat of a buffer to his wrist and protect it. I want to grab his hand so that way I can put pressure on the wrist. Once grabbing and turning, I'm either going to step in towards him or I'm going to pull him in. For this one, I'm going to step in. I'm going to get his hand right on my chest, and I'm going to grab with my other hand. My one thumb is going to go right behind the other, and my fingers are going to come together. So I'm going to grab and turn and grab. From here, we would just apply the wrist lock. Don't think too much of a forward pressure. Think more of an angled pressure, like sometimes we do on our forms when we step the angles. We're going to turn the hand on the angle and apply pressure with our whole body, not just our hands, but our body as well. So again, thumb turns in. We grab the back of the hand, we turn, and we apply pressure. The last one is the Kimura. You'll see this a lot in your jiu-jitsu videos, and we also do it as a grip defense in a lot of our back grab self-defense. So for the Kimura, we're going to reach out, grab our partner's wrist on the same side. We have to get in nice and close for this technique. So I'm going to step with that same side that I grab with. In this scenario, I'm grabbing left, so I'm going to step with my left foot to get my body forward. I'm going to take my other hand, shoot it right over top of my partner's shoulder, and get in nice and close. So I'm pulling his wrist in towards me, I'm going in towards Spencer, and I'm making sure that we make contact and there's no space. From here, I have an option of going into the guillotine choke, which is another control that we can use. Just good to know that it's there. But for this technique, I'm going to take this hand that I'm grabbing, I'm going to lift it up, slide my other arm under, and grab my own wrist. Now for this technique also, we're going to want our partner's arm to bend the way that it's meant to bend, in this angle. So I'm going to grab, over, get rid of all space, start to bend his arm, and apply this pressure. When I have this 2-on-1 grip, it's very good for breaking his grip. For instance, if you have me in a bear hug. For the defense itself, or for the technique itself, I'm going to take my partner's hand and push it up towards his head. So again, I reach out, grab same side, step in, get rid of all space. I'm going to bend his arm, re-grab my own wrist, and push his hand towards his head. Armbar. Modified armbar. Switch sides. Wrist lock. And Kimura.